Hey guys, I'm back with my channel History with Ishan, and thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all are doing good. And yes, we are at the end of the year 31st December 2022, and I was kind of wanting to upload this video by today itself so that before the end of the year we wish each other goodbye for 2022 and we make a good and a new start in 2023. So this video is about Lucknow, the city of Nawabs, where I visited earlier this month for a few days, and I saw a lot of historical monuments. There was a lot of traffic there. It was really cold there as far as the weather is concerned, and mostly the cuisine there is non-veg, and I'm pure vegetarian. So we had the normal food, which was veg. We had some veg kind of snacks items and desserts, but we did not have kind of specifically related to the main cuisine kind of thing. So yeah, but it was an enjoyable trip. It was a different part of the city, a different part of a country, and in Uttar Pradesh. So let us begin, and let's see what did I do on that. So on the first day, we saw the imposing Rumi Darwaza, which is a huge gate between other iconic structures such as the Bara and the Chota Imam Bara. This gate was built by Nawab Asafuddaula in 1784 for famine relief, and it's similar to a gate built in Turkey called Bab-e-Humayun, which was then under the rule of the Eastern Roman Empire, hence the name Rumi. Standing as tall as 60 feet and carved exquisitely with flowers and designs, it symbolizes Lucknow altogether. After this, we saw the Hussainabad clock tower built in 1881 at a height of 221 feet, made to welcome the first Lieutenant Governor of the United Province of Awadh, Sir George Cooper. It looks like Big Ben, almost similar to that. Then opposite the clock tower is the Satkhanda, a lunar observatory which is incomplete. It was built between 1837 and 1842 under the rule of Nawab Muhammad Ali Shah. It was dedicated to the Nawab's daughter and but remained incomplete due to the latter's demise. And the last highlight of the day was the picture gallery, which houses portraits of the Nawabs of Awadh made by Indian and European painters. The paintings there have a 3D effect and are very detailed in nature. It was built as a summer home for the Nawab by Nawab Muhammad Ali Shah in 1838. Iron pillars were used for the first time here in the architecture, as far as the history of the architecture is concerned in Awadh. And then we took a stroll at the Buddha garden in the evening. And then the next day we saw some iconic monuments of Lucknow, including the Bara and the Chota Imam Bara. So Bara Imam Bara is one of the most iconic and most popular attractions as far as history is also concerned. It's very huge and it's very beautiful. So we visited the complex Bara Imambara, which was built by the then Nawab Asafuddaula between 1785 and 1791 AD to provide employment to the people of Awadh. One legend goes that the people employed would start working on it during the day, and then it was demolished by the nobles at night in order to increase the duration to build the monument as long as the famine was there. So since it was a famine stricken area at that time, to generate more employment, this tactic or this kind of was used. This technique was used to kind of extend the duration of the construction. This Imambara has a huge hall at the center where there are the tombs of the Nawab and his wife. The Nawab used to visit the place for prayers and performing rituals during festivals like Muharram. The architect was Kifayatullah. Muslims also visited until they visit the sacred place for offering their prayer. So this is just like a sacred place for the Muslim community. This monument also has a series of interconnected passages and doorways known locally as the Bhul Bhulaiya, or as the British officers once called it who got lost in the complex, a labyrinth. These terms became synonymous with many, and from then the number of tourists increased. However, we were guided through the passages to make our way to the existence. Going alone or in a group often made people get lost, and that was not allowed. This structure also had a natural telephone where at a place message was easily passed, natural CCTV camera to check for robbers or anyone who passed at that time, and a natural telescope. We visited the Baoli around, which is believed to be the place where the Nawab's treasures key is hidden. When you reach the top of the structure, you get a fantastic view of the whole complex and the adjoining areas. Then we visited the Chota Imambara, which is uh, just besides, not exactly besides, but just 5 to 7 minutes walk from the structure. And this is another iconic attraction of Lucknow, which was built by Nawab Muhammad Ali Shah in 1838 as a congregation hall for Shia Muslims. It has a golden dome and consists of a Shahi Hammam, a Shahi Bath, the bath area, the bathing area of Nawabs and his ministers, or the people who were connected with the royal family. A Taj Mahal-like structure housing the tomb of the daughter of the Nawab who passed away, and the main hall itself housing the tombs of the Nawab and his mother. This hall was decorated with beautiful chandeliers, and the crown of the then Nawab Muhammad Ali Shah is also kept in a glass enclosure, glass box, and this is also very spectacular complex. So it's a must visit. And in festivals like Muharram, or which are kind of sacred for the Muslims, this whole place is lit with a lot of lights, and it's a sight to behold, at least on those festivals like in Diwali we have. So for the Muslim community, the whole place comes alive with a lot of lights and activities, and giving away of meals, some for Muslims only and some for everyone. So in that way, this site is very much kind of is very much coming alive during festivals like Muharram and Eid. And the next day, we visited the residency, which is a large complex made as the residence of the British stationed in Awadh, as per a treaty between Nawab Shujauddaulah and the British in 1774. It was finally completed by Nawab Sar Ali Khan, and it was witnessed to a siege by Indian freedom fighters in 1857. There was a museum too inside the complex exhibiting different artifacts about the revolt and the ones who were very much remarkable in their achievements to suppress the revolt, and the Indian freedom fighters, and various paintings and structures. The structure of the whole residency, how it would have looked before 1857. All these were exhibited at the museum. It had various buildings also. It has various buildings such as Pharaoh's House, a mosque, and an Imambara meant for various purposes. There were various other small structures. And then I visited the Chhatar Manzil, which is a palace in the Indo-Italian style built by Nawab Sarad Ali Khan. Besides Chhatar Manzil, exactly besides it was the Farhad Baksh Kothi, which served as a proxy residence for Nawab Sarad Ali Khan due to his ailing health. Then we visited Sikandar Bagh, a small complex again built by Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, the last Nawab of Lucknow, in the memory of his wife Sikandar Mahal. It witnessed a fierce battle in 1857 where many lost uh, their lives on both the sides, the Indian and the British. And Ura Devi was a very fierce and a very courageous woman, lady warrior, who killed many British officers at that time. And also, residency was witness to the clashes between the Indians and the British also during the siege of 1857. And now the next day, being the last day for tourism, and being last day, and then we were supposed to leave the next day. So on that day, we visited the Nawab Wajid Ali Shah Zoological Garden. So on 10th of December, we were supposed to come back, and on 9th of December, we visited the Zoological Garden, where we saw many wildlife creatures and various animals, and you know various natural creatures, wildlife creatures, which was a sight to behold indeed. Various birds, from all the flora and fauna we could see. We saw the tiger as well, a white tiger, as well as we saw a lion kind of snoring in his den. And inside the same complex, we saw the State Museum also, which was also had many floors, and it housed the various exhibits from coins to weapons, and it had a Jain deities gallery, it had an Egyptian gallery, and many more artifacts were exhibited in that museum. So yes, so historically this place is a very happening place where I saw, and if you visit, not right now, it must be very cold there right now, but you know maybe earlier this month, if you would have also visited, you would have also seen all these structures, and there were many other structures which I had to see. Now, it was just a matter of 3 to 4 days or 5 days to be exact. So we obviously could not spare much more time, kind of touring all the places. So next time again, I'll visit Lucknow, and if you want to visit Lucknow, please do visit so that you get the experience of the Nawabi architecture and the stories behind such structures, and how in festivals, and how you hear from guides that in festivals this becomes such a happening place. And some structures, some monuments are just in one same in that same area only. So Chota Imambara, Bada Imambara, the clock tower, the Satkhanda, the picture gallery, these five monuments, these five places are in the same area, and some are in different areas. And it's also a good place for shopping also, for the chicken curry works. So there's a marketplace called Hazrat Ganj, where chicken curry is much more kind of popular. And not only in Hazrat Ganj, in all over Lucknow, chicken curry dresses, so it's mostly for ladies. And yeah, so it was a good time indeed there, and I wanted to visit, some place in India, some capital in India, so that I make good use of my vacation. So yeah, that's all for my video. I know this is a very long video, but it's a worth watching video, because as I said last time that I would be uploading a full-fledged video this time, covering a lot of things. So yes, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you like my video. Hit the like button, comment down below your views, share it with your family and friends, as well as subscribe to my channel History with Ishan for more updates from Indian history. Thank you so much. Take care, goodbye, and Jai Hind. And a very happy new year to all of you. See you all next year in 2023. Goodbye, take care.